Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself. Oh, and if you don't mind, like, subscribe, comment. And I've got a link tree down below that's got my social media, and it has my Patreon if you want to help out. Thank y'all. Hey y'all, before I get started in this video, I want to point out a few things. One, I have no information that is saying that anything illegal has happened in these series of videos that I'm going to put out about this TNT factory. Nor am I saying that there are ethical violations. I am saying that there is a lot of oddities involved with this. There is taxpayer money involved. There is national security implications involved. What I am saying is that there is oddities. Let me just make sure that's clear to all y'all. Mitch McConnell is involved. I've never trusted that man. There's DOD finagling going on in all of this. There is military industrial complex involved in all of this. There's a whole bunch of weirdness going on that I think y'all should know about. And so I'm going to bring this to you, and I'm going to present you with the information so you can decide. Okay, first and foremost, in this video, we're going to do a little background. There's going to be a lot of background in this because it's going to give you information. So, there's been no TNT made in the U.S. since 1986, mostly because of environmentalists. Now, in Kentucky, there will be a new plant being built thanks to Mitch McConnell. This all sounds good, as this should never have happened, but here we are. Then you get to truly digging into this mess, and it gets to looking rather odd on multiple levels. There are a lot of facts in this, but this will show that there is a whole lot of common sense that's not involved in any of this new plant. There, for that matter, are quite a few reasons to believe there are some shenanigans. From the company choice to funding, people should be paying attention to what is going on with this. Okay, so let's start with a basic. Why TNT manufacturing was stopped here in the US. Now, this is coming from an organization called Interesting Engineering, and it's an article that was copied onto Yahoo. In 1986, all forms of TNT production ended in the US. The decision was based on several social and environmental issues. The process of manufacturing TNT includes the use of some highly toxic substances, which are risky to the health of the workers and the surrounding ecosystem. In addition, undiluted waste materials, especially those from TNT production processes, can pose an extreme risk as they tend to contaminate the soils and water bodies surrounding the plants. Such dangers were recognized as early as the 1980s, and considering the cost-effective means to manage the process of TNT production did not exist in the USA, the country stopped producing this explosive. Moreover, the military could stock more than enough ready-made TNT and seek less environmentally and safety hazardous explosives with the same functionality. With the evolution of explosive technology, it is possible to make new explosives such as RDX and HMX, which serve military purposes but were more stable when stored and had less impact on the environment. So that's why we stopped producing it initially. Okay, let's talk about the government paying for a private company to build a factory that they will massively profit from. The company is an American subsidiary of the Turkish company Repkon. I'll later show you where I'm saying this in November of 2024. This company started February of 2024. Well, the subsidiary started then. Repkon is also working with General Dynamics to supply equipment for the new artillery shell factory in Texas. Yes, we've started a new artillery shell production facility, and it's in Texas. Here's what the AP had to say about the funding. The U.S. Army awarded the $435 million contract on Friday to build TNT production plant in western Kentucky that will become the first domestic source of the explosive material in in decades, officials said. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell, a key player in securing the funding, said the new factory in his home state is part of a broader retooling of the U.S. defense industrial base that needed to deter adversaries abroad. TNT is used in artillery shells, bombs, and grenades. Establishing domestic production of TNT is vital for national defense, the Army said. The current supply chain for the crucial explosive material is entirely reliant on overseas sources, it said. The new TNT plant in Kentucky is part of the Army's strategy to ramp up munitions production to ensure the U.S. military has timely access to essential resources, said Major General John T. Ream. It is not lost on us that victory on the battlefield begins in our production facilities, Ream said during the announcement at a VFW post where the plant will be built. Today marks the beginning of the return of TNT production onto American soil, a capability we have not had since 1986. The contract was awarded to Repcon USA to construct the plant at Graham, Kentucky, in Muhlenberg County, about 136 miles southwest of Louisville. The project is expected to create about 200 to 250 construction jobs and about 50 permanent jobs. Now, on the artillery plant, at least General Dynamics is talking about it. When they did their press release, they actually talked that, hey, Repcon is one of our suppliers. The DoD, when talking about it, on the artillery shell side, they didn't bring this up at the DoD website. And nobody is talking about the fact that Repcon is a Turkish company and that it's a U.S. subsidiary. How come a American company couldn't make this? It's a lot of weirdness. So this is to get you started in understanding why I am making these videos. I think the fact that they're not talking about that this is part of a Turkish company that is doing this, that they're not talking about where the TNT was coming from since 2020, yes, that's going to be important. I'm going to make that a different video. I think that we need to talk about all of this and the fact that all of a sudden this has started. Now, I don't have any insider sources. I'm going off of pure intuition that there is something going on that we need to talk about. And dear Lord, am I going to talk about it? So, I want you to stick with me. I want you to follow my videos if you can on this because I'm going to be throwing a lot of information at you. That's why I'm breaking these videos up into multiple parts. I know that they're not going to get a lot of views. I'm not doing these to get views. I would like them to get noticed because I think this needs to be a broader conversation. But hey, this is just some dumb redneck that's questioning the government narrative, questioning why certain information is not getting out there. So let's talk more about this later. This has been Paul with the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day and start thinking about this. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.